Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I'm here to give you the blueprint, the secret that the wealthy and successful understand, but most people don't. You want to know how to turn pennies into gold? It's simple. You have to think differently. You have to look at things through the eyes of a winner, not a loser. Let me tell you something. When I started, I didn't have everything handed to me. I didn't come from money. I came from a hard-working family, and I knew from a young age that the only way to succeed was through smart decisions, hard work, and a vision for the future. That's what I'm here to share with you. A mindset, a blueprint for how to turn your small change into something great. You think people like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, or even Elon Musk got to where they are by following the rules? No, they didn't. They saw opportunities when others saw obstacles. They made bold moves when others hesitated. I remember back in the 1970s, when I started in real estate, people laughed at me. I was just a kid with big dreams and a small budget. But guess what? I didn't let those laughs bother me. Instead, I let them fuel my fire. And that's exactly what you need to do. If you want to turn pennies into gold, you have to ignore the doubters. They're everywhere. They'll tell you it's impossible. But it's not. It's just a matter of thinking big and being bold. Now, let me give you an example. Look at how I built Trump Tower in the 1980s. It wasn't easy. The competition was fierce, the risks were high, and there were plenty of people telling me I couldn't do it. But I saw the potential. I saw a gold mine where others saw a headache. People were running scared, but I was running toward the opportunity. You see, the real winners in life aren't afraid to take risks. They see opportunities in the toughest situations. That's how I turned a small property into one of the most iconic buildings in the world. And you can do the same. Whether you're starting with a small business or looking to invest in real estate, you need to have the vision to see the big picture. Don't get caught up in the small details. Focus on where the real money is, where the opportunities are hiding. And let me tell you this, money is made in the market, but it's not about following the crowd. If you're just following the herd, you're too late. Everyone else has already moved in, and you've missed your shot. What do you think made me successful in the stock market? It wasn't following trends. It wasn't listening to financial advisors who don't know anything about risk. It was me making my own decisions. It was me trusting my gut and knowing when to buy, when to sell, and when to hold. You've got to learn how to think like a winner. If you can do that, the market will work for you. If you don't, you'll get lost in the noise. And this is important too. Understand the power of leverage. Leverage is what the wealthy use to multiply their wealth. Let me give you a quick example. When I made my first major investment in New York real estate, I didn't buy it with my own money. I used other people's money. I used leverage to make a small investment grow into a massive empire. And guess what? The people who gave me that money didn't even know it at the time. But they made money too. They were happy. I was happy. And the business grew. That's the power of leverage. When you use other people's resources wisely, you can create wealth that would take years to build on your own. It's about being smart with what you've got, using every tool at your disposal. Now, I know what you're thinking. Donald, that sounds great, but where do I start? How do I get my foot in the door? I'm glad you asked. It starts with something simple, education. People often underestimate the value of learning. You want to know how I got started in real estate? I read books. I studied successful people. I went to seminars. I took action. If you're not learning every day, you're falling behind. The wealthiest people in the world never stop learning. They understand that knowledge is the real key to success. And you need to do the same. Start small. Start learning about stocks, real estate, and how money works. As you educate yourself, you'll start to see patterns. And those patterns will guide you to your gold mine. Now, here's another thing that I've learned from experience. Timing is everything. The market goes up, the market goes down. That's just the way it is. But the real question is, can you spot the trends before they happen? When I started in the 70s, real estate was in a slump. Most people were scared, but I saw opportunity. I bought properties that others thought were worthless. People told me I was wasting my time. Guess who came out on top? Me. You have to have that same mindset. Look for the opportunities when everyone else is scared. That's when the gold is hiding. Timing is crucial. but it's also about having the foresight to see what's coming. If you can do that, you'll be ahead of the pack, and the wealth will follow. And let's talk about the stock market for a second. People are terrified of it. But let me tell you, I've made millions from the stock market. I didn't follow what everyone else was doing. I took my time, I studied the market, and I made calculated moves. That's how you win in the stock market. Don't be impulsive. Don't jump into things just because they're popular. Look at the data, analyze the situation, and make the decision that makes the most sense. Most people lose money because they're not patient, because they panic. But the smart money, your money, makes calm, collected decisions. You need to ask yourself, what's the difference between you and the people at the top? What's the difference between you and someone like me? The answer is simple. It's the mindset. The top performers in any field think differently. They don't look at things the way everyone else does. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. They act decisively when others hesitate. They make bold moves, even when the odds seem stacked against them. It's about confidence, it's about taking risks, and it's about making the right decisions at the right time. And let me tell you this, it's about knowing when to walk away, knowing when to cut your losses and move on to something better. Many people get attached to a losing idea or a bad investment, but I've always known when it's time to pull the plug. Sometimes, the best move you can make is walking away from something that's not working. Cut your losses, move on, and find something that will make you money. This is about being strategic. Always be thinking, always be adjusting, and always be looking for the next opportunity. Remember, success is not about luck. It's about smart decisions, hard work, and the ability to act when others are too scared to. It's about learning, growing, and adapting. Don't wait for the world to hand you success. Take it, own it, believe in your ability to create wealth, and never, ever stop striving for more. That's how you turn pennies into gold. Now, let's talk about the big picture. You're not just trying to make a quick buck. You're not just looking to get rich overnight. That's not how the real game works. What you want to do is build something that lasts. Create a legacy. That's what I've done with Trump Tower, with my golf courses, with my brand. I've created a legacy. Something that will last long after I'm gone. And you can do the same. You can create a brand, build an empire, and leave your mark on the world. But it all starts with one thing, the right mindset. Without it, you're just chasing quick money. With it, you're building something that lasts. In the end, turning pennies into gold is about making smart choices, seeing the opportunities others miss, and having the courage to take action when the time is right. It's about being patient, being strategic, and investing in yourself. Because when you do that, when you take that first step, the rest will follow. Donald J. Trump.